Good day, learners. My name is Heinrich Neertlen, and I'll be the presenter today. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at the metric system, and more specifically, we're doing some practice questions. Now, let's get straight into this. What I see here, I'm saying practice length and distance, right? So I want you to convert 1,850 meters into kilometers. Now, we said we are converting from small to big, right? And therefore, we have to divide. So what will happen now? I'll take the 1,850 meters and I'll divide that by 1,000, right? So if I press that in on my calculator, I'll say 1,850 and I divide that by 1,000. So that should give you an answer of 1,85 kilometers, right? I guess that is straightforward. Looking at the next one, I must convert now 5 centimeters into millimeters. Now here I'm converting from big to small. And if I look at the conversion factor here, that will be 10. So therefore, what will happen now, I will say 5 centimeters, and I multiply that by 10. So 5 times 10, that will give you 50. And remember, this is now millimeters. Now moving on, I'll be looking at mass, right? So we are looking at weight. I'm saying convert 5,490 grams to kilograms, right? So it's gram to kilogram. So am I converting small to big or big to small? In this case, it's small to big, right? So therefore, I'll divide. So my calculation here, I'll say 5,490, and I divide that by 1,000. Now let's double check our answer here. We'll say 5,490, and I divide that by 1,000. So that should give us an answer of 5,490. And remember, we converted to kilograms. Looking at the next sum, we have 50,000 kilograms, and we must convert that to tons, right? So in this case, it's small to big, so therefore I will have to divide. So I'll take my 50,000, and I divide that by 1,000. So in this case, if I look, that should give us 50 tons. Hope that makes sense, grade 12. Looking at now the next one, now we're moving on to volume. So I'm converting milliliters to liters. Again, is it small to big or big to small? We'll note here that it's small to big, so therefore I'll have to divide. So I'll take my 9 milliliters, and I divide that by 1,000. Right, so I'm going to type in 9 divided by 1,000. In this case, it will give us an answer of 0,009. And remember, this is now liters. Moving now on to the next sum. I have 30 liters, and I must convert that into cups. Right, now remember we said 1 cup equals 250 milliliters. So now I have 30 liters. Now, first of all, I must decide how many milliliters is that. So I'm going to convert from big to small. So therefore, I'll have to multiply. I'll say 30. Multiply by 1,000. So that will give me 30,000 milliliters. Right, so I know that's equivalent of 30 liters. So therefore, I must go and take the 30,000 milliliters, and I could divide that by 250 milliliters. Remember, I can only simplify if my units are the same. So therefore, 30,000 divided by 250. So that means I'll have 120, and this time around, that will be cups. Now, learners, we are moving to our last, and that's our temperature. So here I'm saying convert 28 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. So what is the formula that we use? I'll say degrees Fahrenheit equals to 1,8 multiply, let me quickly fix that. That should be a multiplication, multiply by degrees Celsius, close bracket, plus 32. That's your step 1, your formula. Step number 2, I'm going to substitute into the formula now. Remember, I'm saying I have to convert 28 degrees Celsius. So I say 1,8. Here I see degrees Celsius, so multiply by 28. So that will be, we'll simplify that now. So in bracket, remember, bottom says bracket first. So 1,8 multiply by 28. That gives us 50,4 plus 32. So let's quickly check the final answer. In this case, it will be equivalent to 82,4 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's see the next sum. Here we are saying that we have to convert 320 Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. Again, step number 1, let's start with our formula. Right, so in this case, we're converting Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius, and therefore I'll say degrees Celsius equals to, open bracket, degrees Fahrenheit minus 32, close bracket, divided by 1,8. Step 1, formula. Step number 2, let's substitute into our formula. So therefore, I know the Fahrenheit was given as 320. So therefore, I'll say 320 minus 32, close bracket, divided by 1,8. So let's simplify the values within our brackets, right? So that will be 320 minus 32. If I simplify that, we'll get an answer of 288. Now this 288 I'll take and I divide that by 1,8. So once we do that calculation, we get an answer of 160 degrees Celsius. Now, guys, you'll see there, we've nicely worked through the examples or practiced the examples. So once we come back after this break, we'll continue with the rest.